She got addiction too. She fun to listen to. She good at mixing too. She good at getting loose. Can kick it just like Bruce. Constructing any boo. I take her to the boo. We'll hit the movie shoot. Bring it to the fresh fruit. I wanna look like Richard Gere when I'm in a suit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wanna look like Richard Gere when I'm in a suit. We'll hit the movie shoot. I wanna look like.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Telepathy. I'm Nico, joined by my brethren, Jack. And we are
feeling good.
Oh, dude, we are feeling so good right now.
This is our first late night podcast.
Yep.
And I'm actually impressed. It's taken this long for us to make a podcast at this hour.
Hey, man. No rules, dude.
Oh, there are no rules, absolutely. And we're having some wine.
We're having a very nice Chianti, which is
Chianti
from the
with
motherland.
a side of fava beans. Okay. Hey, cheers.
Hey, wait, hold on.
Oh, he's got to get his damn glass. And Ching.
Come on, man. Hopefully this doesn't turn into like a drinking podcast.
I don't think it will. It depends if we're drinking people, which we are, but
Well,
Look,
we're Italian.
Yeah,
it's compulsory.
What are you gonna say? Yummy.
So good. I have a story today that I want to start off with.
Okay, let's hear it.
That is, was astounding to me. So
I'm so excited.
After my flight this morning, I went to Starbucks.
I went to the danger zone.
Okay. Dum. And
and sorry, go for it.
I went to Starbucks
Okay.
and ordered my venti chai latte, no water,
and shitty coffee, but keep going.
Yep. And I was waiting to get my venti chai latte, and
Venti chai latte?
Venti chai latte, no water.
What is that?
Chai.
I know what chai is. Oh,
chai
okay, sorry.
latte.
Sorry, yeah.
Speak of the English.
What?
You okay? Did that Chianti get into you?
Chianti's great. Okay, sorry, keep going, sorry.
And I was standing next to a guy who kind of struck up a conversation through the masks, which is not easy. I don't know, whoever cracked a joke first. And we started talking, and he said,
"This is some pretty shitty coffee, huh?"
Oh yeah, man. And we started talking. He asked me what my name was. I said Nico, and I said, "Oh, what was your name?" And he said Hamas.
No shit. The man in flesh.
And I said, "Oh no."
Why?
Out loud, I was like, "Oh, ooh." That's why I said,
"Oh,
ooh."
Oh, you are shitting me.
No,
you did that in front of him.
His name is Hamas, dude.
It's probably it's a cultural name.
And now I'm coming back to now. Like maybe 30 minutes afterward, I was like, maybe that wasn't the best. But it was.
Hey, I'm actually a big fan of Hamas.
It was just kind of, I don't know. I was trying to be funny with him, and it just came off as super racist.
And what'd you say?
I was like, what did I say? I was like, Hamas. Got it. So I'm just going to guess that you are anti-Israel.
Oh.
Why? Trying to kind of like crack a joke.
Oh my God.
He like faces me and says, "What do you mean?"
Oh, double down.
And I said, well, your name. Okay. And I was just like, oh no, you're just
no,
your name is just your. No, I was like, oh no, I mean, just, and I tried to get out of it, and he said, dude, I love my name, and I was like, no, absolutely, I guess I was just trying to make a joke, and he said, why is that funny?
No, Jesus.
And I was like, well, because Hamas is like a terrorist organization.
Oh, are you kidding me, Nico?
It was a lot.
You're gonna get canceled.
It was a lot better put and how I'm
in your head,
and how I'm communicating it now.
Okay.
But pretty much I just super offended this guy whose name was Hamas. And don't make fun of people's names.
No,
that's what I learned.
Yeah,
that's probably the most personal thing you can do, other than like, I don't know, criticizing one's race.
Yeah,
race, name,
sex.
Well, I mean, I don't even know about sex. Like, someone can make fun of like how I'm
guys are stupid,
competitive testosterone stupid man, and I'd probably laugh at that because it's very true. You know, obviously in the day and age that we live in, you probably can't make fun of a lot of women. And you know what? I'm totally okay.
Probably not.
You know, I'm totally okay with that.
Yeah.
It's you know, it's whatever.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. Yeah, you bet.
Well, look, we made a mistake, and now we learned from it.
Yes, we did.
And now you're gonna name your kid Hamas.
Yes. Amaso.
Hamas.
Just Hamas.
Or you can abbreviate it, be like Hamas. I don't know.
Sick.
Whatever you'd like.
Yeah.
It's up to your preference.
Yeah, exactly.
He has a whole week
Who?
named after him. Isn't Hamas a week?
Hamas is a terrorist organization?
Oh, okay. But also a fellow gentleman, also a fellow citizen. That
yes,
you met,
fellow American.
Yes, that you met today.
That I came off as an arrogant
white
trash.
Yep.
White Danville trash.
Killer. You're going to end up on Nextdoor.
And speaking of Nextdoor.
Should we go to Nextdoor?
Should we not? I mean, might as well might as well.
Ding dong.
Ding dong.
Starting with the mild stuff. The baby birds fallen from yard tree.
Oh no.
My next door neighbor found these misspelled neighbor. That's okay. No one on this site is literate, by the way. No one on this site can spell anything correctly.
Is there a picture?
They're great. They're like email scammers.
I was gonna say neither are there texts probably to their children.
Yeah, for sure.
Are there just pictures of dead bird carcasses or what?
Well, one looks like they're sleeping, and then one is definitely alive.
No. Wait, let me see.
And no, both are alive. More pictures.
Okay.
It's all good.
Okay.
I put them in my tree birdhouse so the bird mom could come back to feed them, hopefully. Anyone thinks I should put a few earthworm in the nest too, in case bird mom won't come back?
Nursing them back to health. That's a valiant effort.
Yeah. Let's go back. Let's go to the comments. The mother may not be able to fit in that hole. That's what.
So everyone, instantly, everyone becomes a veterinarian.
That's what he said. And if you're able to put back in original nest, that would be best. Otherwise, take to Lindsay. Lindsay Wildlife. At first, I thought it was just. I thought Lindsay was just a girl,
a well-known bird expert.
Yes.
Take it to Lindsay.
Lindsay, our gal.
Yeah.
Nursing chicklings back to health.
Yep.
Just in the way she does.
Lindsay Wildlife, the same people who were springing into action with that deer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they didn't even show up. Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
That's right. They didn't even show
up. Whatever.
Dude. Yeah. I don't know why you're calling on Lindsay here. They're
Mama
not even
Bird. Mama Bird won't come back for them now.
No.
That's what someone said.
That's not true.
Hey,
dude, those
let's be supportive. Let's be supportive. Maybe call Lindsay. Someone else just called it Lindsay.
There you go.
Lindsay, my girl. My girl.
Oh, man.
With those chicks.
Yeah.
My girl is a pimp with all the chicks. Bad joke. All right.
Okay, moving on.
Lost pooping dog.
Wait, hold on a minute. Lots to unpack here.
Now, there's a video of this. There's a video of this also.
Oh, there's a video of a dog, of a lost dog pooping.
Oh my God, literally a video of it pooping.
Okay.
As well. This is what I'm figuring out right now.
Don't need to see that.
And this is not a dog. This is a coyote.
Really?
So first off, they don't know what a coyote looks like.
Interesting.
Definitely not a dog. This
Lots
is definitely
to unpack
a coyote.
Here. So they, for some reason, felt it urgent.
Yeah.
To post the fact that what they thought was a dog, which is actually a coyote.
Yeah.
Taking a shit.
Yeah. Literally, and
they're like, guys,
poop right
guys,
now.
look at this.
This is
guys,
porn.
look. A dog shitting.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, for sure. Lost pooping dog. Whose dog is this? It's Mother Nature's. It keeps pooping in my yard, and it's not pleasant. Everyone in the comments, it's a freaking coyote. Oh, let's go to the comments because we've got some people clapping back.
Is there a feud?
I never thought you would be one of those people dog shaming others on Nextdoor. Could you at least back out? Oh, could you at least black out the face of this pooch? Now this fucking commenter thinks it's a pooch.
Okay, so now the commenter thinks it's not only a dog, but that the dog needs some anonymity.
Yes.
Some identity concealment.
Oh my god.
So that the dog somehow doesn't get tried in court.
Yeah.
Got it.
Black out the face of this pooch.
Yep.
Come on.
Almost like a SEAL team operator.
It's not a person.
Yeah,
you don't need to black out its face. It's a fucking one. It's not a dog. Let's establish this.
Another
folks.
thing.
It's not a fucking dog.
Another thing. I want to ask you. Is it a coyote or a coyote?
It's
because I go back and forth. I think it's a coyote.
It is definitely a coyote.
Okay.
Coyote is what people say when they went from the Midwest, Chianti Midwest.
And another thing is there.
Someone commented back, all caps, coyote! Exclamation mark!
Coyote!
Exclamation
Idiot!
Mark. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
A dingo ate my child.
Let's see some other ones. Thanks for the giggle. Someone said it's ours.
Just the super sarcastic people on Nextdoor.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh my god.
We need to make our own profile on Nextdoor.
Someone said
and just clap back to everyone.
Someone said you're joking, right? Someone clapped back to that and said he's really not. Dogs off leash pooping in people's yards is a problem.
Oh my god!
And this person who posted it takes this very seriously. But it looks like the owner was found. You know, there's a leash law, right?
What?
A leash
He said
law?
that.
A leash law?
Give me a break, dude. Give me a break. What is this?
Your yard looks
Russia?
crappy. Someone said your yard looks crappy.
That's funny
This is awesome.
because it's full of crap. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey,
way to go.
Hey, thanks. We're just putting two and two together.
Let's get to the real. Let's get to the real reason.
Let's get to the spicy.
Is a freaking.
Let's get to the jalapenos.
Blessing.
The habaneros.
Audi A4 Blackhawk Drive racing over the line.
Over the line.
Racing over it. Over what?
You were getting close to the line,
and
you fucking crossed it.
Now you're over the line.
Now you're over the line.
Now
You're
crossing
before the
over
line, and you're over the line.
Yeah. This A4 decided to overtake and to pass my truck by crossing the middle line and almost running head-on into the family driving home. This took place at 7:04 p.m. on Okay, got the time and date, huh?
Wow.
7:04 p.m. on Blackhawk Drive between Blue Spruce and Blackhawk Club
Maybe this
Drive.
person had a dash cam.
Maybe. I've contacted the police.
Okay.
And sent the license plate. They will be taking statements tomorrow.
Oh my gosh. Everyone's a police officer.
If you were the family driving home and swerved to miss being hit head on, private message me. We need to be a community that takes care of each other and protect our families. I'm all about that.
All about being
all
a community and protecting each other.
Oh, believe me.
Not
all
about tattletales, though.
Snitches end up in ditches.
Not expecting that.
Snitches end up with stitches and ditches.
Yeah.
That's what Paul Bettany says, and that's what I'm going to say.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
I've been seeing...
And they get run off the road with
Absolutely.
Audi A4s.
Let's go to the comments.
Okay.
I've been seeing a lot of this behavior lately on Blackhawk.
Blackhawk Speedway.
Cool. Can't read plate number. What is it? Oh, gonna do the freaking... What's the plate number? Whatever.
Okay, I want to talk about Blackhawk Speedway for a little bit.
Oh, dude, let's give the listeners a little bit of
okay. So we
background.
Obviously live next to a very affluent. We live in a very affluent area, and we live next to a very affluent neighborhood called Blackhawk.
Yeah, Blackhawk is much more affluent. Than
Yeah. It's like, you live in Blackhawk? Whoa.
Oh, it's the absolute epitome of what the '90s country club, '90s,
like
90s
mid-'80s
opulence.
Oh yeah, dude, for sure. And so there's this one road, obviously Blackhawk Road, that runs beside it, and there is
it's perfect pavement.
Perfect pavement, and there's a stretch of downhill, kind of straight, that is used a lot for drag racing.
Yes. Thus deemed
the Blackhawk Speedway.
Yes.
And
Telepathy.
but it's been called the Blackhawk Speedway just because of how many amazing and expensive cars come out of Blackhawk.
Yeah.
McLaren, F70Ss and Ferrari F1s,
dude,
and
just ridiculous.
Every Aston Martin alive.
Yeah, just Lamborghini, Lambos for
Ferrari,
days.
LaFerraris,
whatever it might be.
And so it's always funny because when I was borrowing my grandfather's 2006 Porsche Cayman S, I would wait at the entrance to Blackhawk, and I would try to get into street races with people. It was probably one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah,
of all time.
Well, look, Blackhawk Speedway.
It
lends itself to a sort of competitive mindset, and it's an arena for the rich and famous.
It's an arena for the competitive, and
in a somewhat controlled environment.
Sometimes there's cops waiting at the top of the hill, and you gotta watch out for those.
Or the bottom of the hill, because most people race down the hill, right?
Sometimes, yeah, for sure. I'll tell you this one story. In the same car, that 2006 Porsche Cayman S.
Heck
yeah. It was Christmas morning. I had woken up.
Feliz Navidad.
I had woken up at about 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, and I said, "Oh my gosh, it's a perfect day to go for a drive."
Oh.
And I drove up Mount Diablo, and I got to the first ranger station, and it was in the middle of COVID, practically. And she said, "Oh, we're not letting anyone in." And I said, "Oh, I'm picking up campers."
Oh, nice.
No, which was an absolute idiot move. First off, because I didn't want to pay to get into the park, and second of all, because there was no campers.
Oh, lying and getting caught.
Yep, no campers allowed in the park. And she said, "Do you mean bikers?" And I meant, "Oh, yeah, I mean bikers. My 2-seater with no trunk. Yes, I mean bikers."
We're just gonna strap him to the top.
They're
folks.
just gonna hold him out the window.
We're gonna disassemble the bike and put it in the trunk.
That's correct. And she said, "Yeah, okay, or whatever." And she put a little ticket on my windshield, and
and off you go.
Sped up the mountain. I decided to take a left instead of a right up the mountain, back to Walnut Creek, and I looked left and right, and I absolutely floored it, and was like, "Okay, gotta get home by 7 o'clock."
Yeah, at least
it was 6:30 at this time, and I kind of wanted to see what the Cayman S had. I kind of wanted to see what the Cayman S had to offer, and so I blew the carbon out a little bit.
Yeah,
and it just so happened that I was going about 80 to 90 miles an hour, right by a highway, by a park ranger station.
Oh, that is so
and it just so
awesome.
And it just so happened that a park ranger was walking out of this park ranger station when
you Vin Diesel
speeding
past
by,
it.
And I looked in the rearview mirror, and he threw his arms up, ran to his truck.
Oh, way to go!
And sped after, and started to speed after me.
And Fast and Furious.
And there was a Fast and Furious, and so I immediately kind of did the math in my head and said, "Okay, where's the gate? It's about a couple miles up the road. He's definitely not going to catch me, but he will radio the gate and close the gate in front of me." And I said, "Okay, do I either turn back,
right,
or do I floor it and see if I can beat the gatekeeper there?" And within a matter of seconds, I said, "Fuck it, let's just floor it. Gate." And so I get
Yeah.
And put it into 6th gear.
Yeah.
And sped for the gate.
And
I
And at this time, were you ever thinking, maybe I should not? Did that ever go through your mind?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, when I was there was that third option, and then
regrets.
there was that third option there, and then that quickly went out the window.
Oh, of
because
stopping and apologizing.
There's no way.
Yeah.
No way.
You'd get.
There was
A mighty
before
fine.
a situation where I thought I was going to get pulled over in the same park,
Uh-huh.
and I had an alibi and said, "Oh, I work for Car and Driver,
Oh my god.
and I'm just test driving this.
Yeah.
I have my ID here, and I'm writing an article, and I just got hired, and I don't have my ID yet.
But you have your ID right here.
My driver's license.
Yeah, of course.
So anyway, I'm speeding towards this gate, and I could see the gate, and so I just floor it.
Mhm.
And the gatekeeper is literally walking out to close the gate as I zoom by him.
My goodness.
As I zoom by, and the park ranger can't go past his jurisdiction, and it was a great Christmas.
And you went away. And what we've learned so far, 20 minutes into this podcast, is that not only are you a super reckless driver, but you're also a racist.
Racist and reckless driver, guys. That's me. Welcome to telepathy.
Oh my god.
And
Goodness gracious.
yeah,
That's too much.
absolutely.
That's absolutely too much.
Absolutely. I have an amazing Jack's World question for you.
Jack's World, and we're all living in it.
Would you kind of, I don't know, tell yourself
Sure.
that you are a wine expert?
Dude, and here I am sipping on some wine. I know absolutely everything about it. I
Okay.
actually make my own label.
No way. What is it called?
Well, here's the deal: is that I make so many. If you ever look on a menu and see Bianchi, all of it is mine.
Okay.
All of
Every
it is mine.
white wine from Italy is yours.
Well, just white wine. I mean, just anything with Bianchi.
Okay. Yeah, no, of course.
I mean, it can be from Italy. It can be from anywhere. It can
Right.
be from. I have vineyards all around the world.
That's amazing.
And
And that was part of my question was,
yeah.
since you are the wine expert, I wanted to ask you,
Mm-hmm.
tell us some of the wine regions that aren't popularized or aren't talked about. And some of the wine that maybe not, get a lot of the coverage.
Yeah.
Due to maybe, whatever situation within
totally.
within the country.
Socioeconomic,
Exactly.
popular.
Exactly.
Look, everyone wants to go to Bordeaux. Everyone wants to go to Burgundy. Everyone wants to go to Napa. Everybody wants to go to Tuscany and all that.
We're drinking a Tuscan wine.
Right. And it's great. It's great.
Yeah.
But is it as good as Schlafly?
Gesundheit?
Schlafly?
Schlafly.
Have you ever heard
Never
of that
heard of
appellation?
Schlafly.
Schlafly makes an incredible array of wines, and they actually do they have an interesting way of actually making their wines. They only let virgins handle the wine.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Where do they find these virgins?
All over the world.
Oh,
So you could.
really?
Yeah, you could probably apply and get a job there.
How do they? You have to apply. The virgins have to apply.
Yes, the virgins have to apply, and only the virgins can touch the wine.
Interesting.
They all are blind.
Where is Schlafly?
They're also all blindfolded.
Oh, got it.
So sometimes you'll get a wine and it can be just, sometimes it can just be incredible.
Sure.
And then some other times it's like, oh, there's something in here that's not quite right.
Sure. Maybe like a little bit of a bug.
Or whatever it might be. Schlafly is in it's in France, of course.
It is.
And it's in the northwestern part of the Progrim Valley.
Never heard of that valley either. Okay.
You've never heard of the Progrim Valley?
Never heard of the program. No.
Look up Schlafly in the Progrim Valley,
Okay.
and they've just got some absolutely bangerang wines.
That's amazing.
Also,
what are some other wine regions that we don't know of that our listeners probably haven't heard of? Well, or maybe some countries that have some fantastic wine.
Yeah.
But maybe aren't popularized as much as the French wines and the American wines.
Yeah. Well, what's coming up in the wine world is Compton.
No way.
From straight out of Compton, yes. In LA, yeah. It's look. Here's the deal with Compton is that most people think, oh my God, it's whatever it might be, high crime,
crime riddled.
But what people don't know is that it is an absolutely booming town for Italian varietals.
No way,
and
dude.
It's usually,
where do they grow the wine? Because it just seems like buildings to me.
Yeah, well, in people's backyards.
Oh.
Usually in many people's backyards. So really, if you look from a high, if you look from kind of like a bird's eye view of Compton,
it would just be green.
No, you won't be able to see it at all.
Oh, really?
But only if you pinch in, magnify it. You can see little vineyards.
Okay.
Little vineyards.
Okay.
And most people would see, well, all the asphalt and all the traffic and all the pollution that goes around in LA, you would think that the wine is super bad. No, they infuse the wine with black tar heroin.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's
man.
ridiculous. It's
so good.
You've
been on that heroin trip?
And I cannot have enough of it, bro.
That's amazing.
Anyway,
I have a question for you. That was amazing. That was really good. That was really good. I can't wait to taste Schlofflaw and Compton wines.
Those Compton wineries.
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Would you ever try psychedelics?
That's an interesting question.
I was thinking about that earlier today.
I actually recently talked to a group of people who had Molly.
Okay.
In Joshua Tree, which is the only reason you would go to Joshua Tree other than climbing and hiking and camping.
Is to have Molly.
Is to trip. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
You didn't know that?
No.
That's like the trip capital of the world. It's definitely like the trip, like the drug trip capital of the Western U.S. Absolutely.
And that's where all your friends go?
Well, I wouldn't say I have many close friends that do Molly, but I'd be down to definitely watch people hit Molly.
Okay.
Maybe not
even like acid.
Because
I hear acid
think.
trips can be like 10, 14 hours.
I've heard people doing acid.
I feel like I'd be like 3 or 4 hours in.
Yeah.
And just.
Well, I was watching
a
documentary.
Yeah, this is great, and then maybe get to the 5th hour. And just be like, get me out of here.
Okay, so think about that. Okay, this brings me to an incredible point. I was watching a Vice documentary about the rising rate of psychedelics used in the London area.
Interesting.
London, out of all the places,
Okay.
Anyway, there was a story from this one guy who accidentally went to Burning Man. So he flew out there. He flew out to wherever Burning Man is.
Yeah.
By the way, when I was young, I thought it was
California desert.
I think so. By the way, I thought Burning Man was actually Bernie Man. So I thought it was just like, oh man, we all gotta meet Bernie.
That's cute.
Everybody meets Bernie when that's what happens
cute.
That's what happens when you go to Burning Man. Is that when you
meet Bernie,
you trip,
you meet Bernie, and there just so happens to be no one by the name of Bernie there.
Yeah.
You just meet some guy whose name is Bernie.
Because you're always on shrooms.
And in reality, there's actually no Bernie.
There's no Bernie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to meet Bernie. I'll tell you what, I probably would not be the first one to jump up and down and say, hey, let's all do psychedelics. Though,
right.
Am I curious? Yes, I am.
I think you and I are in the same boat. I would never, if I was in a room of people doing mushrooms or doing acid, I'd probably leave.
I don't know if I'd leave.
But
I think after 30.
But leaving, like going, and leaving, walking out of the room, I'd probably be like, I wonder how that feels.
I wonder what they see, or how they,
I should tell you this.
Feel.
I should tell you this
emotionally.
Okay. So I played in the jazz band in my high school with a guy who went on to college to study neuroscience.
Whoa.
At a really, really, really good school. I forget which.
Okay.
And he...
but it was really, really, really good. So
really, really, really good. Actually, he brought a cockroach that he implanted a chip into its brain.
No.
Made an app on his phone.
No.
And was able to control the movement of the cockroach.
Are you
with the app?
Kidding me?
It was unbelievable. I got to do it. And I got to, like, up arrow, side arrows, down arrows.
Super Mario cockroach style.
Yes, dude. It was unbelievable.
Splat.
Yeah, so we would bring the cockroach to class. I had like a math class with him or whatever, and we would bring the cockroach to class, and we would trick. We would prank people with it.
So that's crazy.
Anyway, this guy.
How does that relate to psychedelics?
This guy was a genius. Okay, so he went to neuroscience and he was doing an experiment on psychedelics because neuroscience. He wanted to see what this whole trip was. When it came to brain chemistry.
For sure.
So he decided to take acid.
Exciting.
And what happened was...
Oh, wait, I didn't finish. Can I finish my story really quickly? Burning Man. I didn't finish the Burning Man story.
Okay, one sec. I'm almost done.
Okay.
The first 2 hours was fine.
Okay.
Third hour, he has a red carpet in his dorm room.
Yeah.
The red carpet turns into fire ants. Starts crawling up his bed and his walls.
The floor is lava, but the floor is fire ants.
He flips out.
I don't
Starts
know if I would
running
wanna
into
do
the
that.
hallway, comes back with a fire extinguisher, and lights his room up.
Oh,
With,
my Lord.
fire extinguisher. Yeah.
Whipped cream all over the place.
Practical all over his bed.
That's crazy.
And then was so tripped out. I was also mixing it with some other stuff,
Okay.
mainly cerveza, and
Cerveza.
slept
Ooh, muy
in
bien.
What
a
in
lovely
the fire
cocktail.
extinguisher.
They call that the Berny cocktail, actually.
No way, dude.
Mexican beer with acid.
With acid.
Yeah. And I'm sure he met Bernie.
He didn't.
After that, yeah. Okay, so with my Burning Man story, this guy goes to Burning Man. I don't know how we got off that topic, but we're back. Burning Man, this guy goes out and he has an entire vial or an entire pitcher. I don't quite know what the vessel or apparatus was that he was holding all of this acid in. Anyway, he accidentally pours it all over himself.
What does that do?
Does
it burn?
No, it goes through his skin.
Oh!
It absorbs through his skin.
What?
And he
hold on.
And it goes into his bloodstream. And it's estimated that he took 40 times the regulated amount of acid, or the whatever doctor recommended.
What, did he die?
No, but it's been 3 years. It's been 3 years since that happened. And he's still on a trip. So yeah, a trip for 5 hours is bad, but think about 3 years. You're making friends in your mind, baby. You're making friends in your mind, and Bernie is your best friend.
It's like Inception, going to sleep and being in a dream for 5 years.
Yeah.
And Leo's talking to Tom Hardy and being like, I don't want to be in this dream for 5 years.
But instead of just waking up and being fine, it's your life now.
Yeah, dude.
You sleep with Bernie. You eat with Bernie. You might even have sexual thing. You might even have sexual relation with Bernie.
That, man. That is crazy.
Bernie is part of the fabric of your life.
Bernie is part of your family now.
Folks, if you're gonna do it smart. And don't.
You had imaginary friends when you were a kid. Just imagine having a legitimate imaginary friend.
And I've heard
that's ever a thing.
And
I've heard Bernie imaginary friend.
I've heard Bernie isn't nice either. So just think about that for a second.
That's tough. That's a tough.
We asked some questions, or we asked a question, and we got responses on Instagram. Thank you so much for everybody who continually supports this podcast.
We love the questions. We love the questions.
We really, really do. And
we love the challenging ones.
And I asked, what should we, the question was, what would you like the twins to talk about? What would you like the twins' opinion on?
Yep.
And starting, of course, with the first one and going up. I 100% need your Star Wars opinions.
Wow. It was gonna come to. It was gonna come.
It was gonna come
sometime in the
sooner or later.
pod.
Yep.
I think we have pretty equal stances on Star Wars.
Here's the deal.
Other than the Princess Leia snafu,
Yeah, that's right. That's all right. We can get past that.
you know, the originals are the best, obviously.
Yeah. Well,
My favorite is. Let me just say mine, and
Okay.
then you could say yours, and
Okay,
maybe
go.
we can match up.
go.
The originals are the best, other than 6. I think there are some other ones better than 6.
Yeah.
My favorite one is 4. My second favorite one is 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my third favorite one is either
Careful now.
Revenge of the Sith
Oh, it's so good.
or Rogue One.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
And let me tell you,
Solo, piece of trash.
so trashy.
8, piece of shit.
It smells.
9.
It almost smells.
Mm,
9 felt like a.
It was-
9 felt
it
like a
was-
3-hour trailer.
It was fabricated satisfaction.
Yeah. I would agree.
Fabricated satisfaction.
Yeah.
I would, and it was funny because I
enjoyed watching it.
rewatched Attack of the Clones, and I forgot
God.
how paramount Anakin's story is
Yes.
in Attack of the Clones.
Yes.
Everyone watches Revenge of the Sith, right?
Yeah, it's a classic.
Great lightsaber battles, great this, great that.
I have the high ground. Don't try it.
You underestimate my powers.
Ching 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 ching.
I hate you. Anyway, and I forgot how good Anakin's character development is in Attack of the Clones. It's actually emotionally good.
Bookmarking this. Originals are better. Originals are the best, of course. And I'll say this: if you're listening to this podcast and you're like, I've never seen Star Wars.
Yep.
Then get on it.
4, 5, 6, 1,
It's-
2, 3, 7, 8, 9.
And when do you? Oh, Rogue One after all this.
No. It goes 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3.
Rogue One.
No, 7, Rogue One, 8, Solo,
Interesting.
9.
Fascinating. Anyway,
That's not chronologically correct.
we're big fans.
That's when those movies came out, which I fully agree. My first Star Wars movie that I ever saw was 4.
Yeah, and it
And
absolutely
I
freaking blew me away.
I think it's what everyone should start out with.
Oh my god, it's just ridiculous.
Come here, young friend.
Oh,
It's all right. He's all right.
oh, he's all right.
This droid says his owner used to be an Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Dun-dun-dun. Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan. Now, I haven't heard that name in a long, long time. Long time.
Man, I think we just have Alec in the room here.
Yep.
Alec Guinness is in the
He
room
just
with
came
us,
in.
folks.
His ghost
Next
was
question. This is a good one. Christian dating apps.
I'm not a big fan of dating apps, but I love Christian dating apps.
Yeah.
I love Christian dating apps because, as believers, probably one of the biggest priority of my significant other is for her to have an amazing relationship with Jesus.
Yeah.
And we're not going to be together if she doesn't.
Right.
And that's just
And
the
so
bottom line. And
So for that to be understood and implied right
exactly.
off the bat
Just assumed.
is already like a massive step in the right direction is what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm not I don't have anything against dating apps. I would never.
Yeah.
I'm completely okay with being single.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not. I don't think people that are on dating apps are necessarily desperate.
No, I wouldn't say that.
But that's not super comfortable for me.
Yeah.
I feel like the Lord's just too good to me. The Lord's
Love
gonna put an amazing woman in my life.
She's just gonna
sometime.
walk up to you and be like,
Pretty much.
"Hey, I'm the one."
Yep. And
you're
doves
gonna-
are just gonna fly out behind her.
Yeah. And the sun is gonna come, over the clouds. It's just gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna
Christian dating apps
she's
are
gonna
kind of sick.
She's gonna pure a 5-iron.
Yeah. Oh my god. What do you think about Crocs, bro? Or I guess, what do we think about Crocs? I'll tell you what. If you wear Crocs, and if you wear Crocs anywhere but on a campsite, on a houseboat, or in your house or in your living area, then I think they've got to go.
Completely disagree.
Oh,
I completely disagree.
You think they're?
I think Crocs is a state of mind, and I think at the end of the day, I think it's a veteran move.
Wow.
I think it's a veteran move.
It's an FU to all other
confident
shoes.
enough in yourself to go out in public in Crocs, especially the Crocs and socks.
Wow.
That move,
Croc socks,
is so strong.
Yeah.
If someone goes out in Croc socks, then I automatically know we're probably going to get along.
Let's say their Christian dating app profile is
I only wear Croc socks outside.
And a big Star Wars fan. Mary.
We'll be wet in the morning.
Will be marriage. Oh my God. One more question, I think, to round us out. Our good friend.
I may have a story to just cap us off, but yeah. Go
ahead. Okay, cool. And one more question, then you go. This is from one of my roommates.
Okay.
A very beloved roommate of mine.
Okay.
Asks, what fast food makes you poop the most? Poopity poop.
Probably taco smell.
I would say, dude, I get some major squirts from Chinese.
Fast food.
That thing goes through me like shit through geese.
It was fast food, right?
Oh yeah. So Panda Express, I suppose. That chow mein and that orange chicken goes down, and bro, it comes out in a matter of seconds.
Dang.
I almost have to eat that thing on the pot. It's just like
automatic.
It doesn't even go through the large or small intestine.
Yeah, it just goes from mouth, esophagus.
It goes, that's so nice. Yeah, like right away within a matter of seconds.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Oh, dude, that's funny.
You
honestly eat enough fast food to know that.
Really?
Yeah, man.
The thing is that Cane's, Raising Cane's.
Oh, dude.
And Chick-fil-A?
Don't even talk to me about
those
Raising
things
Cane's.
stay in you like a Thanksgiving dinner.
I would rather eat Raising Cane's every day of the week and twice on Sundays more than Chick-fil-A.
Both of those fast food chains stay in your stomach longer than gum.
Bread and chicken.
Longer than gum.
Bread and
that shit stays around for 7 years. And that's definitely a wives' tale, but it's all good.
Yeah.
Definitely stays around for longer.
Definitely scared me as a kid whenever I accidentally swallowed a piece of gum.
Yeah. I'll see that thing in 7 years.
Yeah,
or whatever it might be.
When I'm a freshman in college, yeah, exactly.
Would you like to tell your story?
I would. Guys, I was thinking about good stories to tell you, and a friend reminded me of this story, and I just wanted to quickly share it with you. I was in Dubai about 2 years ago.
Still sipping my wine.
I was in Dubai about 2 years ago on a missions trip, okay? And I was there for a week before we went to Lebanon. And we lived about 20 minutes outside of downtown Dubai, practically the Burj Khalifa. If you think about the Burj Khalifa, that's practically downtown Dubai. And so we lived about and the Dubai Mall, which is practically right there at the Burj. And so you could get from downtown Dubai to the place that we were staying via multiple routes. One route was the highway.
Okay.
One route was kind of a back road.
Back alley.
And
Dubai back alley.
And one route, the third route was a back road.
Oh, the backest roads.
The backest of all roads, actually.
Were the horses back there?
The horses were back there, and I was wearing Matty Black.
Yes. Yes.
And one night we were hanging out in downtown Dubai.
Uh-huh.
We were over at Kite Beach, which is actually a sick place to hang out. Anyway, we were headed back, and we went with a specific directional app that I didn't fully trust. Waze. Oh.
Yep, way to go. Ways to go.
And it took us the back way.
Mm-hmm.
And it just so happened that this back way was through the goddamn desert.
Oh, yeah. So you guys were just like Indiana Jones and that shit, huh?
Oh, my gosh, even more than that. So
that's blasphemous, but keep going.
There was pavement. This is like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, obviously it's pitch black. And it, at that time, we were there in July, and it was down to a cool 95 degrees.
Bang, 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 reload, bang, bang.
Bang, 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 click, 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 reload, bang, bang. Okay. And you would run from AC to AC, honestly. And during the day, it would get up to, and during the day, it would usually get up to about 120. You could step outside, and your sunglasses would immediately fog up, immediately fog up.
Just like what? Cool.
And so anyway, we're going this back road, back road, and there's pavement. Okay, we're going the right way. Great.
We can just call it the horsey road.
The horsey road, and all of a sudden, the horsey road turns into the no road.
Oh.
And there's no road, and it is just
so far back. The horses weren't even back there.
Desert and dunes. It's just sand,
that good D&D.
Purely sand. And I'm looking at Waze, and I'm in the right seat. I'm the navigator, and I'm saying, it says that a road is here, but there's definitely no road out here by any means. Like, okay, whatever. And so we try to go this other way, and it just so happens that we come across an equestrian center.
Lovely.
And it's like, okay, great.
So literally,
an equestrian
literally went back with the horses there.
Actually, there were definitely horses back there. And
oh my
what
God.
happened was we there was this, there was a front gate to this equestrian center.
Of course.
And this guy came out yelling in Arabic with a gun.
Oh, it's a good thing I'm fluent in Arabic. I should have been there.
Yeah. And they all said, Nico, get out there. Nico, go. Because I'd spent about 3.5 months in Iraq.
Right.
It's some anonymous Middle Eastern country, whatever. Before, about a couple months before then.
Yeah.
And they said, Nico, get out there. Just talk to him. And I was like, oh, but why me? Okay. And so I said, I was just lots of hand gestures. So go over there. We're trying to go to here. We're trying to go back to our house. And he's like, no, practically what he was saying was, Joe, just cut through the desert. Okay, whatever. We'll just cut through the desert. And so we take a sharp left turn. And what we run across was a wild herd of camels.
And those are big guys too.
Actually, sorry, they weren't wild. They were kind of like shepherded.
Okay.
So they were wild. They weren't caged. They were wild.
Okay.
But they had rope around two of the four of their legs, so that they couldn't run. And camels can run. They're in the horse family. And so, we're like, oh my gosh, the camels! And we talked when we landed in Dubai as a team. We were like, we have to go see some camels.
Yeah. And
so finally, we had run across these camels. We get out. We start taking pictures. I take pictures with the camels. We're all taking pictures with the camels. And they get back in the car, and I'm having this one-on-one with this camel.
Just like an intimate moment with this camel.
An intimate moment with this camel. I'm looking into this camel's eyes. This camel's looking into my eyes.
Oh, my Lord.
And all of a sudden, I hear, and it's this camel's bay.
Oh, it's this camel's significant other.
This camel was somehow jealous of me having an intimate
one-on-one date, like The Bachelor.
Exactly. And almost run me over. It was an aggressive camel. It had snapped the yarn around its legs.
Oh, that shit wasn't yarn. It must have been rope.
It was rope. It was rope to get after me. It's like,
Yeah.
Okay. And so I did a beast mode Marshawn Lynch juke move.
Yeah.
I yelled, "Roll down the window!" They rolled down the passenger side window. I jumped in, and we sped off. And I said, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much. You actually just saved my life." That was the closest to me ever dying, and by an animal, that is. And I look back, and the camel is still chasing the car.
Oh,
it was still chasing the car. We had to outrun this camel. And so moral of the story is don't fuck with camels.
Don't mess with camels.
Don't fuck with camels.
Definitely don't mess with camels' wives
that are on acid trips.
Oh, and I'm sure
camels that are on acid trips.
And you and that camel probably looked over and went, "Bernie." Folks, this has been Telepathy. I'm Jack Bianchi. I'm with my brother Nico Bianchi, and we are absolutely out of here.
See ya.
Trusting that truth says